Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Njenga Njeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man, the man is looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. Today we are not having a man, we are neither having a woman. I want to bring to your attention the fact that we are changing the way through which we dispense numbers, the way through which we give out contacts of our guests, because it has created a lot of confusion considering the fact that there are people who come on the show and then they withdraw their contacts. There are people who come on the show and then they are like, just give two or three people. That means you are not ready for a multitude of people who would approach you. In other words, you are not ready. That is why most of them are withdrawing. And these people justify by saying that I only need one person. So if you give my number to one or two people, I can be able to choose in between them. While that might be true, it is not absolutely true because this show can be watched by 100 people, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, or even more. And depending on who have watched you, people would like to get a fair opportunity of. You can agree with me that when I bring a guest, some people feel that if that person I was given an opportunity to talk to, probably it would have ended well. And unajua afadhali ile unapatiwa contact, huyo mtu anakulenga yeye mwenyewe badala ya sisi wenyewe tukuambie alisema ametosheka. So I have been trying to manage that, and I do not expect negativity anyway because we are trying to help out. So any other time you realize that we are having a discrepancy, we are a family. Ladies and gentlemen, any other time you realize that something you like is having a problem, don't be the first person to throw stones. That is why most African businesses, startups don't grow because one person will only focus on the negative thing. They will be waiting until they find one negative thing to crucify the entire thing. So they will be going, hata hawapatiani namba, hata hawapeani namba, hawa watu ni kama si kama ni kulipisha waseme. What we are doing here is to connect singles. We don't decide on behalf of the guest. Are we together? If a guest comes on board, put yourself in our shoes. A guest comes on board and they say, mimi namba yangu upatie watu wawili ama watatu, and we are left wondering, tukiweka hiyo namba Facebook stories sitaonwa na thousands of people wakimpigia simu. Sasa si atasema we did not honor our part of the deal. So that is why we are introducing this change. If you've been keen enough, you will realize that for the last 1 week, precisely 2 weeks, kuna watu ambao nimeleta wengi sana ambao namba zao hatukuweka. Pia watu wengine tukarudia stori zao na pia namba zao hatukuweka ama email addresses hatukuweka. I explained in yesterday's video that we only fail to put the contacts when we are under instructions. Why? Because we cannot choose. Can you choose who will love who? Of course not. Are we together? So I am just putting this as a clarification so that you can know we care. I am doing this because I know you know that we care. Okay, so I am not expecting some negativity from people who are like, nilianza kuwatch hapa sijui mwaka gani, nilianza kuwatch last month, last year, sijaona mtu. Remember, I am not the one who is choosing for you. My work is to just bring the guest and the guest will make a decision. In the same way, you can decide to come on the show. That is why some people decide to appear in person, others just want to appear virtually, others don't want to appear at all. Wengine walisema ati wako rejected, mimi nawatumia messages, they reject me, nawatumia. Mwingine ameniambia atanipigia. Let me tell you, and most of these complaints come from ladies. Let me give this from a standpoint of a man. As a woman, the way you approach a man plays a leading role in determining whether or not he will be interested. For example, we understand that somebody could be 30, 35, 40, and within that window, it is acceptable to have kids. However, having kids is not the only thing that you're bringing in the relationship. Kwa mfano, Kuna mtu anachukua simu, si nimepatiana hizo namba hapo, simu yake ya kwanza, habari yako, nimeona unatafuta mtu, utanikubali na watoto 4? You see, you have not even gotten time to learn who the other person is. You have not waited for the other person to tell you. At one point within the conversation, there will be that question, do you have kids? Na yeye akwambie kama ako na wao. Tunaelewana? So how we approach the prospects is very important, so that you don't claim. Niliona mtu mwingine anasema kuna mwingine hapo, they are not serious, nilimpigia akasema ata get back. Kama mtu ako kazini, surely ataacha kazi ndio msikizane kweli? And if that person was later called by 100 people, what makes you think they will keep your number? So let us stop this entitlement. It should be me, it shouldn't be you. You only get what you earn. For example, in that relationship, in that conversation, how you take the conversation determines whether the person will be interested or not. Pia wewe ukikuwa approached, put yourself in the shoe of the guest. Wewe mwenyewe ndio guest, tumekuleta kwa show, alafu umekuja ukasema, alafu watu wameanza kukuapproach, na wale watu wanakuapproach, the approach they are taking is very diagonal. Vile inaenda unaona mpaka unajiuliza, kwani niko karibu kutumika? Mpaka mtu swali la kwanza, na uko na kazi ama ni bibi tu unatafuta? Some women are very rude. I have read some messages kwa wanaume wenye wanatupea feedback hapa. Some of them are very rude and you are like, hata kama ni wewe utamjibu, you cannot. So kindly note that we are changing the ways of dispensing our contacts, and how we are doing it now is that if one is not ready to give their contacts, whether it's the phone number or the email address ama social media handle ndio watu wa inbox, if one person is not ready, what we are going to do is that we will not bring them on the show. Fair enough, fair for everybody. Unasikia mtu mwingine anasema ati akona profile mzuri, watu wamegenerate interest, alafu yeye amesema patia watu 2 ama 3. What about the other 100 wenye wangetaka kupata hiyo nafasi? So watu kama hawa, watu 2 3, ni wale tutakuwa tukipata mtu mwenye, because we cannot discard them, ni tukipata mtu mwenye ako na characteristics kama hizo na hataki kuwa kwa show, basi hao, because they don't belong to the show. The show belongs to people who are willing. You know, it is not just a take thing. You give and take. For example, you cannot be looking for somebody and then you're hiding your contacts. Tunasemanga mficha uchi hafanyi nini? Mficha uchi hafanyi nini? Hazai. Exactly. So you cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot be on the Matchmaker show and not share your contacts. So I am addressing as many as of those who now want to take the trend of hata na usipatiane namba, wewe kwanza niangalilie. Imagine this is a free show and then somebody is telling you wewe fanya hivi, mkinileta wewe peana namba yenu, alafu utuangalilie, muniangalilie, si nilisikia uko na team. Look at the level of entitlement. Utuangalilie hapo, alafu utaniambia ni nani mzuri, uchague uangalie ni nani mzuri, and then I'm like, what level of laziness is this? Kwani what are we doing? Hata kama a service is free, you are supposed to take it with a lot of grace. Are we together? This show will not be here forever. And the reason why most people get tired is because you're trying to complicate it more than it is. So what we are doing, and then honestly, if somebody comes on the show and they reject you, si kusema huyo mtu sio serious. Kwa nini wewe hujachukua mtu mwingine mwenye ako huko nje? Because hajafikisha zile standard unataka. Let us not be selfish. Are we together? Let us not be selfish. If that person is, for example, what do I say, is not vibing with you, amesikia this is not my type, it is incumbent upon you to press next. Nasema maybe huyo hajapendezwa na mimi ama hatuwezi pelekana, or it's even God's way of redirecting you. Are we in terms? Naingiza light ingine. So kindly note, take note of that. And so from today or henceforth, the people we will be bringing on the show will be accompanied by their contacts. If that person is not willing, what we cannot compromise is posting them on the stories. I have explained 100 times, if not 1,000 times, why we cannot post those numbers on a video like this one, because unless the person has given us the go ahead, kwa sababu huyo mtu ataanza kutusumbua, toa hiyo video, sasa toa nilipata, lakini tukiweka hiyo namba kwa 24 hours, na unaona hizi video zetu zinakuanga na title, I am a 54-year-old man single and searching. The reason I ask you to subscribe to our channel and to enable the notification bell is so that any other time, I wonder whether kuna mtu anaweza kaa for 24 hours bila kuweka data kwa simu ama wifi. This is the internet era. So the moment you subscribe and you enable the notification bell, it helps you to know that hapa kuna mtu ambaye ningefanya nini, ningependa. If there is a 51-year-old, if there is a 40-year-old, if there is a 30-year-old, kama pia unataka wa 20 na umeona notification ameletwa, so hata si lazima usikize hiyo video. You can go to Facebook stories, pick that contact, and then you will contact the guest at your own convenient time. Do you get how easy it is? Instead of telling us tuweke hiyo video ndio wewe ile wakati utapata nafasi utakuja watch. No, it doesn't work like that. So this video is addressed to the people who want to get it and they don't want to give it. For example, you want to get a match but you don't want to share the responsibility of sharing a contact, watu wa kuapproach directly. Sisi hatutakuchagulia. That is why tukiwaleta hapa, kazi yetu inaishianga hapo. We don't want even to influence. Akikuja aseme ni hivyo sasa. Na most people are okay akiambiwa hey, thank you. Kwani jogoo imeamua nini leo? Sasa kama huyo mtu amesema nimepata, asanti kwa kuuliza, lakini nishapata, you feel good. Instead ya sisi wenyewe ndio tunasemea mtu alipata, hata hatujui. Wengine tunawapigia simu, ulipata mtu? Kitambo gani bana? Hata tulienda home, tumekuwa Christmas. You get the point? So ladies and gentlemen, let us be gracious. I was able to read some very, very negative comments and I'm like, nobody owes you a much. Nobody. Let us be clear on that. Hii mambo inakuanga ya Mungu. You know, mambo ya family, there is no need of taking an offense because you are single, because God knows when you will get a match. Hii mambo is beyond me, is beyond you, because the issue of family is very sensitive. People don't know how sensitive the matter is. That's why unaonanga mimi siwezi jicommit. Siwezi kuambia nitakupatia huyu. Mimi kwanza nikishuku mtu siwezi kuconnect because I care. Do you understand how serious the matter of family is? So that we are not just here to connect people, tuone tumeconnect huyu. Kama ni hivyo tungekuwa tusha connect. Kama hizi contact zote hatunge vet. Chukua huyu. Ebu imagine, do you remember hii issue ilikuwa ya huyu jamaa wa alikuwa anaitwa Matara ama alikuwa anaitwa nani? Imagine mtu kama huyo pengine amekuja kwa show na sijapata nafasi ya kumchunguza. Alafu anything happens. Mtu atasema kwani yeye ana sacrifice watu sijui nini? Hapana, the issue of marriage is very sensitive. And the earlier we begin to understand that, the better. The person you're looking for, you're going to introduce to your children, to your family, to everything. So, hiyo complaint ya kusema nimekawia sana, hapana. Good things take time. This is a marriage issue. Hii si kazi. Hii si nyumba ati utarent alafu ukikuboo uchukue ingine. What kind of example are we setting even to a generation? Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? That is why this show is only for serious people. People who know, no matter how long it takes, I deserve the best. Because you do. Actually, you do. So mimi, ningetaka kumuomba kwa heshima, reduce the negative energy. Nobody owes you a much. Nobody. Only God can do that. Only God can make it happen. Humble yourself. Some men are reading comments on the show and they're like, huyu siwezi taka. Huyu ataniletea kisirani. Huyu. And every other time we have a commotion, I told you last time, every time we have a commotion online, people are looking at the level of grace you have, the level of feminine energy if you're a woman, the level of masculine energy you have as a man, and they're like, wow, this one has argued this one very maturely, huyu ameihandle vizuri, huyu kazi yake ni kurant. Hata nimeona mwingine anasema huyu anasemanga anatafutia watu mimi nimechoka. Mtu mwenye anasema hivyo hajai kuja kwa show, sijaiona contact zake. Unaona, mwingine anaambiwa na timu yetu wangoje. There is even a woman who was demanding that she wants to see me tomorrow, and if it has to be tomorrow, and she's coming to the office tomorrow. Akaambiwa haiendangi hivyo, we work as a team, tunaangalia kama nataka nikuje. Sasa hatujui kama Jenga atakuwa kwa ofisi, nataka nikuje. You see, and I'm like, madam, everything has a system. There is a protocol. Yes, you will come, but maybe when we are available. Na ukikuja ukute hatuko, nataka kukuja. So please give us peace. Let us do this work. Let us and na tafadhali wakati itambo, I'm telling you, wakati itambo, just let us know. If ikiwai wabo tu, mnatuambia tu, because we are committed. If God wanted us to connect those 600 people, and maybe that was what God wanted us to do, if that was what God wanted us to do, there will always be signs. Okay? And when our work is done, we will just be done. Okay? And we will just find something else to do. Are we together? So while it lasts, let's give each other peace. Let us look forward to helping others, clapping for others, appreciating others. For example, I was planning, my team felt very demotivated some other time, so I encouraged them. I was planning for the 600, for the more than 620 people who have been matched on our show, not 620, 620 families. So this is a husband and a wife, so ni watu zaidi ya 1200, 1200. Nilikuwa nimepanga, I called them on a dinner, for a dinner. Hiyo watalipa kwa sababu mimi sitaweza kugharamia. You know, this show is free, so I cannot be able to cater for all that. After all, even matching them was our part. Hata kama watakunywa maji ama kama watalipia hiyo dinner ni sawa. I can partner with the hotel. I invite them. And then we see how wenye wataweza kumake. I am so sure that more than half of them can be able to make it to the show. Wenye hawako mbali, wenye wako within. And I wanted to see how beautiful this experience can be. I want them to testify. You have seen some of them coming back on the show to testify. But this one, I would appreciate it even more if they were to come in their numbers. Maybe we have a dress code. I don't know what you think, but I was thinking it is not showing off. This is testimony that this is what we did in 2023. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So that's it. And therefore, moving forward, mkiona mtu tumewekelea, huyo unasikiza kwa makini, kwa sababu lazima tutakuwa tumeweka contact yake. Sawa sawa, lazima tutakuwa tumeweka contact yake. Na at the same time, mtu mwenye hatataka, maybe atataka namba yake ipewe watu wawili ama watatu, hiyo tutaweka tu, tutajaribu tu kuangalia watu wenye wanaweza kuwa compatible, alafu tunaweza recommend. Is that fair enough? Yes. Please let us know where you're watching us from, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like our videos any other time you come across our videos. Are we together? And leave us a comment telling us what you think about the new move of the show. Until next time, this is Njenga Njeru. God bless you. Bye bye.